It's like we all have decisions, right? We all have decisions, and based on those decisions, you got to live in your truth, man. You got to learn how to live in your truth because there's too many people out there. There's too many, you know, people in high positions, powerful positions. You know what I'm saying? Where they can change other individuals' lives. It's a lot of people that's, you know what I mean? That's out here living a life the way they want to, but in the public eye, being in the public, they try to portray themselves in a different type of manner. Oh yeah, we about to get into it. We about to get into it, and even with the Diddy situation, man. You got to understand that at the end of the day, I did a video about 2 months back saying live in your truth. There's it's very rare grown men out there. Grown men is being at the all-time rarest right now. You feel me? And that's because a lot of guys out here, a lot of so-called men out here are not living in their truth. You know what I'm saying? They not living in their truth. They want to come out, and, especially if they some type of, mogul. You know what I mean? Some type of person in a powerful position, whether they're in the music industry, the movie industry, just anybody that's in a powerful position when it comes to the black community I'm talking about, right? When you look at a lot of these individuals that's in a powerful position where they try to have a certain type of image that they want to display to you on social media, but behind closed doors, a different thing. Behind closed doors, they don't want you to pull back that curtain. And one thing I love about 2024, man, one thing I love about 2024, this is the exposed year. This is the exposed year where a lot of these so-called powerful entities are getting exposed for their freaky, you know what I'm saying, ridiculous behavior behind closed doors. See, it's cool when you out there and you doing your thing. It's nothing wrong with you going out in the world and being who you want to be. But when you try to portray yourself in a certain type of light, and you don't want people to know what's going on behind that curtain, man. Behind that curtain, man, you don't want nobody to see that. Well, guess what? A lot of people is not, even if they sign that NDA, even if they sign certain type of, you know what I mean, certain type of contracts where they can't, discuss certain things. Well, how's it getting to the public? Huh? Because people at the end of the day are tired of this behavior. Here in America, let me break it down, right? There's a lot of old school ways and mindsets that has to get demolished, destroyed, burnt up, and just move away from that type of train of thought, move away from that type of society that we used to live in. I'm in my 40s, man. You feel me? So when you talk about that 90s, I was there. You know what I'm saying? In my capacity, in my era, and what I would have going on in the people around me. So I have an understanding to a degree. And that's why I come on here and I try to give y'all some game when it comes to the game of life. You feel me? And these people that come out, one thing about, I always said this, right? When you're dealing with somebody that has a lot of experience on any level, when you're dealing with somebody that think they know a whole bunch of information, what you should do, I tell anybody this, man, just let them talk. Let them talk. Because eventually they're going to tell you who they really are in that conversation. You feel me? You only can hide behind the closet for so long until you get to coming out. You know what I'm saying? Like Diddy at Drink Chaps. Come on, daddy. You ain't party with me, daddy. Man, I'm from the 90s, man. I ain't never called no dude no daddy, bro. You feel me? I know down south in New Orleans, little daddy and all this and that. No disrespect to him. A lot of cats in the South used to say that, but on the West Coast in the Bay Area, I ain't never called a grown man daddy in the '90s, bruh. You feel me? Nah, bruh. I mean, it's a different culture, a different era. I understand that, but let me make something clear, man. When it comes to the '90s, I ain't never called another man daddy, bruh. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I say, "What's up, sir?" My guy. You feel me, bruh? You feel me? My partner. That was words we used in the Bay Area. Now, keep in mind, when you talk about the '90s and all that, and you hear Puff Daddy saying, "Yeah, daddy, you ain't party with me, daddy." Man, we don't say that, man. I was watching a little bit of academics earlier, and he was saying that some cats, some OGs he was around, said that, back in the '90s, they used to use the word daddy a lot. Bruh, I'm from the '90s, bruh. You feel me? And we ain't never used daddy in the Bay Area, man. You feel me? We don't say daddy, bruh. You feel me? I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna say what up. Well, words we used to say in the '90s was partner. That's my partner, man. You feel me? We said partner, player, boss. You feel me? Nothing to a boss. You feel me? We said words like that. We wasn't calling no grown ass man daddy, bruh. You feel me? So hold up, man. We don't get down like that. No, sir. You feel me? No, sir. And when I think about Diddy, right? What I think about Diddy in this new lawsuit is this, right? I just feel like at the end of the day, man, if you would have just lived in your truth and not try to hide behind this facade. Now, one thing I want to make clear, right? Anybody, if it was some type of underage type situation, I'm not condoning any of that. You feel me? I'm not here to anybody that was, sexual assaulted or assaulted in any type of way. I'm not standing for any of that, bro. I'm not condoning that. I don't respect that. Nothing, none whatsoever. But one thing I dislike ever since the Cassidy situation, right? Since Cassie, excuse me, not Cassidy, Cassie situation, whatever she got paid, salute to Cassie, right? But it just seemed like it's just been a snowfall after that. And I believe some of these people that's been coming out with lawsuits probably have some, really are telling the truth. But at the end of the day, man, I don't understand if somebody is assaulting you, right? Because in this new case, the guy, what's his name? Hold up. I was just reading this too, man. The guy, Ronald Little Rod Jones, it says the music producer claimed Diddy would grope him, parade around naked, and now he's seeking over 30 million. He's seeking 30 million. There's Rodney Little Rod Jones, a producer of Diddy of 2023 album, filed the lawsuit in federal court in New York on Monday against the rapper and several associates. So, and I'm reading this. This is coming from Yahoo, actually from Yahoo Entertainment. That's where I'm reading this clip from. But my whole thing is this, right? If this guy Rodney, Lil Rod, whatever he call himself, right? When do it come to a point where the money doesn't matter? You feel me? Now, I'm not saying that's what's happening with this dude, but it just, for me personally, in my opinion about this situation, I just personally feel like homeboy, when you read through this whole lawsuit, right? He was talking about how, the Jones dude I'm talking about right now, right? The Rodney Jones. He said at one point him and Diddy was in the bed together, and he woke up and there was two chicks there. He don't know how they got there, and like I said, he said Diddy tried to grope him or whatever. And my thing is this, right? When do you get to a point where you said, man, I understand if I'm struggling, I might be, I'm just taking myself in this situation, right? I'm a producer. I'm trying to get in the game. You feel me? I got, I was doing songs here and there with this person, that one, and you finally get to Diddy, right? You finally get a deal, or Diddy want to work with you. Okay, I get that, right? But when do you make a decision as a grown individual where that money doesn't matter? That popularity doesn't matter. Like, in a sense of, if this man Diddy is groping you, if this man Diddy is trying to assault you in any type of way, right? When do you say, man, I can't do this? I'm not going to stand for this. When does that come into play? Why are with some of these cases and a little bit of information I've been getting, right? In my opinion, I just feel like, why do these people, wait so long to file the lawsuit? And why all this stuff is coming out after the Cassie situation? So it do look like, from the public looking out, looking into it, is my opinion, as I'm looking into it and now it's coming out, it's like, dang, it seemed like it's just a, you know what I'm saying, a snowfall of people just trying to get a bag. So were you trying to get a bag when Diddy was trying to, you feel me, party with you? Was that bag time then? You feel me? And now the bag then slowed up. You feel me? He ain't got the Ciroc deal. I don't even know about Revolt and whatever other business ventures may be on hold because of all these allegations and things he's dealing with, right? When you talk about Diddy. So my thing is, was this type of setting, this condition that Diddy had you in, if this is true, right? When do it come to a point where, man, I don't care how much you're willing to pay me. I'm not going to sit here as a grown individual and just allow you to grope me. Because through this whole case, this lawsuit, right? It doesn't seem like he was locked in some type of closet, or he was, you know what I'm saying, this Jones dude. It seemed like he had a lot of opportunity where he could have got away from this situation, right? So I'm not, like I said, if what he's saying is true, then hey, man, I respect it. But my whole thing is, my opinion is just, I just feel like, man, when do you get to a point where that money is no good here? I'm not going to sit here and let you do this to me. You know what I'm saying? And even if you're not strong enough where, you don't want to fight, okay, I give you that. But I'm not going to still stay around for you to continuously to assault me. You feel me? That's the part I don't get about this whole situation. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, when I read through here, what else did I see in here? I'm looking at this. I'm like, man, this is crazy. You know? And it's like, it's showing that he was, let's say, hold on, what I'm reading at. I'm looking at a clip. I'm trying to find a clip I was reading. Yeah, here we go. It says Jones said that he believed he was he was drugged as he woke up naked, disoriented in the bed with cones and two sex workers. Oh, my bad. So he's saying that this Jones guy said he believed he was drugged as he woke up naked and disoriented in a bed with cones and two sex workers. Wow. Now, was those sex workers men or women? I don't know. Hey, you feel me? It says Jones alleged that he was forced to work in Cohn's bedroom as the entrepreneur showered naked. It says when he voiced concern to Cohn's chef to staff, it was dismissed as a friendly horseplay. Excuse me, stating that those acts were Cohn's way of showing that he likes you. I'm not laughing at him, but just really think about that situation, right? So now I'm getting this from Google. Excuse me, Google. I'm getting this from Yahoo Entertainment News. Is where I'm pulling this clip from. Where I'm reading this information from Yahoo Entertainment. This is where I'm getting it from on the website. So just think about that for a minute, right? So he said the Jones guy, you know what I'm saying, Lil Rod. He said he woke up. He said he believed he was drugged as he woke up naked and disoriented Cohn's room with two sex workers. He doesn't say in here if it was two women sex workers or two men sex workers. I'm not sure. Hey, cause Puffy, he like to party, man. You feel me? You know what I mean? Diddy like the party, brother. Love, show me some love. You feel me? So he say he woke up drugged in Cohn's room, disoriented, in the bed with two sex workers. He said that the Jones guy, I'm gonna read this again, said he alleges he was forced to work in Cohn's bedroom as an entrepreneur, as the entrepreneur showered. So speaking of Puff Daddy, call him entrepreneur as he showered. So as Puff Daddy showered, he was forced to work in the room doing what? What was he doing? Was he still performing with the sex workers? I don't know. When he voiced concern to Puff's chef of staff, uh, chef, chief of staff, it was dismissed as a friendly horseplay. The staff that, yeah, okay, it stated that those acts were Mr. Cohn's way of showing that he likes you. So that means the staff is in on it too. It's horseplay. Hey, see, just that piece right there, right? Just think about that. You working with Puffy, you know what I'm saying? He like, okay, drink this, drink that. And first of all, I mean, my grandma told me this many years ago. She said, if you at a party, you supposed to pour your own self a drink, right? Now, even if the drinks were spiked, because I believe some in here I did read, he said that the drinks he believed was spiked as well, right? But let's say the drinks were spiked. He woke up in the bed with two sex workers. We don't know if it was two women sex workers or two guys sex workers. I don't know. I don't know what type of party he was with Puffy, huh? With P Diddy. Well, I don't know, man. I'm just reading that off of Google. I keep saying Google, off of Yahoo Entertainment News. That's where I got that from. Yahoo Entertainment. So he woke up with these two sex workers and P Diddy in the bed. Then he said he was forced to work in Puff Daddy's room as he took a shower. And then he tells the chief of staff, hey, man, I'm not comfortable with all this. So were you comfortable when y'all was up late that night before, with the two sex workers? Was that cool? The next day, you're not cool with it anymore? And you go to the chief staff, right? Why you didn't go to the police? See, this is where all this confusion for me come in at. I mean, I can be dead broke eating a pack of top ramen, dog. It's certain things in life I'm just not gonna do. I'm not a booty goon. I'm not into, you feel me? I'm not into Badusi. I'm not into none of that, bro. I'm just, that's not an option with me. I love biological women. Okay, I'm very in. I love biological women. I don't care if you're fat, skinny, little booty, big booty, no booty, flat booty. I can accept that. Long as you're a biological woman, well, I can work with you. But in no way, shape, form, or fashion, I'm gonna be interested in a man. That's not an option. I don't care how drunk I am. I don't care where we at, who we with, who's willing to pay. It's not going to happen. It's just certain things I'm just not going to do. You feel me? It is. Because people be like, oh man, if somebody give you $1 million, I guess I'll be broke then, bro, because I'm not going to do it. It's not an option. I know some people nowadays, I know we in a new era, some people say, hey, I'm not gay, I'm just sexual fluent. Okay, that's what you like to do. I'm not here to tell you you can't do that. If that's what you want to do, then my whole point is living your truth, dog. But for when it comes to me, Sean B. Stoller, Sean Gully, nah, bruh. I love biological women, regardless of your size, yes, you know what I mean? Your culture, that doesn't matter to me. But that's non-negotiable. So when I read this lawsuit, right? My Mr. You know what I'm saying? Jones, Rodney Jones, you went to the staff, the chief staff, about your concerns on how you being treated by Puffy, but you never went to the police. Like, I'm kind of confused with that. You feel me? So that's why I say, to me, this looked like a money grab. It looked like you was cool with certain parts of the party. It sounded like you was cool with everything until either the money slowed up, or B, maybe Puffy, he wasn't interested in anymore. You know what I mean? He went to somebody else to party. So maybe that's what it is. I'm just, like I said, that's my opinion. You feel me? So I'm kind of confused, bro. If you were so concerned, now you're seeking 30 million in damages. You're seeking 30 million in damages because you was forced to have. You said you felt, you say Jones. I'm gonna say it again. Jones says he believed he was drugged as he woke up naked and disoriented in the bed with Combs and two sex workers. Jones allegedly, he says, alleges he was forced to work in Combs' bedroom, as Combs showered naked. He voiced concern to Combs' chief of staff, and it was dismissed as a friendly horseplay. Stated that that's how Mr. Combs. That's where basically that's how Mr. Combs show his love. That's how you know how he likes you. I'm paraphrasing now. You know what I'm saying? So, and this is per the lawsuit. Combs alleges that there was constant unsolicited and unauthorized groping and touching of his anus by Combs. Whoa. You feel me? And when I laugh, I'm not laughing at him. That's just, when I'm talking about something that's serious, sometimes I laugh about it because that's just my way of, like, I'm just kind of confused on this whole situation, man. You know what I'm saying? And it says Jones alleges, Jones alleges Cohn was grooming him to pass him off to his friends, according to the complaint viewed by Hollywood Reporter. His suing for harassment and assault is seeking 30 million in damages. Whoa. And like I said, I got that from Yahoo Entertainment. Yahoo Entertainment. I'm getting this right off the website from Yahoo Entertainment. It's where I'm pulling this information that I'm reading to you. So he said that Combs, you know, constantly was basically groping him, groping and touching on his anus by Combs. Wow. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, how long did this go on? Does it say how long this went? Because why wasn't the police called in any of this? You know what I mean? I don't see anywhere on here where the police was called. Let me see. No, this is where the lawsuit is. So that's my whole thing, right? And it always come back to the basics for me. You feel me? It always come back to the basics, to the point where, when do you say enough is enough, man? I mean, I understand you may be afraid to physically fight them or anything like that, but I don't. a little bit of information I have just read and what I looked over, I don't see anything where he was kidnapped, the Jones fella. I don't see anywhere in here where it says he was kidnapped. He was, put in a position where he couldn't tell anybody. And I did see a clip on his Instagram where he's talking about how he's looking to trying to get his publishing situated. So if you still trying to get your publishing, the album came out last year, right? The album came out around September of last year, the Puff Daddy album that he did some production on, right? So I'm just kind of confused, right? Why is this lawsuit just now coming out? If the album came out September of last year, but here we are in February of 2024, and you just now coming out with this lawsuit, I'm just feeling, it's kind of feeling kind of like, wow, okay. Why now? It seemed like you were cool with this to a degree. Because one thing I can say, I do feel like there is some truth in there, but it's so diluted on the process and how, you just sat there and, allowed this grown man, to grope you and you didn't call the police. You know what I'm saying? You went to the chief of staff went to the chief, to the staff, to security, I take it, to the chiefs, to the chief or whatnot. And it was like, oh, that's how Puff Daddy shows that he like you. So that means that they involved in it because they know his mentality. They know, Diddy, how he, how he get around, so to speak, right? So my thing is, once you went to the chief of staff, they said, oh, that's how Puff Daddy shows that he like you. Why you didn't go to the police after that? You feel me? But now we got a lawsuit popping up saying for 30 million showing here. So for me, I'm just highly confused with this situation. You know what I mean? In my opinion, I feel like this is just a money grab. You trying to get that bag because Cassie got her bag. Everybody want to be like Cassie. Everybody want to be like Cassie. Then everybody want to be like Mike back in the days. Now they want to be like Cassie right now. You feel me? You know what I mean? They trying to get that Cassie bag. You feel me? You know what I mean? We in 2024. Folks is hurting. Inflation is high right now. You know what I'm saying? Folks' pockets is looking real dry. Them pockets is looking real empty right now. And you looking like Puff Daddy, like, oh yeah, this a lick right now. And I heard he's fighting a lot of these cases, these lawsuits. I hope he does because you know what I mean? Right now it look like, man, they really trying to swallow this boy, man. For real. Pause. You know what I'm saying? It look like Puff Daddy is really man, they coming at him hard. So if he's really fighting these lawsuits, I hope he does because ain't nothing slowing up right now. Nothing is slowing up. These people are coming out the woodworks. You know what I'm saying? Back in 1990, this would happen to me. In 87, this would happen to me. In 94, remember I poured you a water cup and next thing I know, I was in your bed. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You're going to have all type of folks coming out the woodworks talking about they need a bag. You feel me? Everybody going to want a bag. Puffy, where that bag at? You feel me? And hit that like button as y'all come on in. That's how you show support the channel, man. Hit the like button. Show some love to the channel. We're going to keep it cracking. You know what I'm saying? I got a few topics tonight, but the first one is the Puff Daddy topic right now. We're going to get into a little bit of a conversation what's going on in San Francisco, too. So we're going to chop that up tonight as well. But I personally feel like when it comes to the P. Diddy situation, I mean, I hope he does fight this because if you haven't noticed, man, you got folks coming out from the early 90s, You know what I'm saying? People he didn't, you know what I'm saying? Maybe, they didn't brought him some ice water, and next thing you know, they want 20 million. I brought him an ice water cup, and he looked at me, was groping me with his eye. You feel me? That's what's heading to. Is next thing you know, somebody gonna say, man, I had served Puff Daddy. He had came into our local cafe and he groped me with his eyes. I can see him ripping my pants off with his eyes. And I need a check for that. You feel me? So, Puffy, man, it's looking ugly for you, bro. It's looking ugly. So I suggest, my opinion, Puffy, you better keep fighting, man. Keep fighting, man. You either gonna have to keep fighting, or you have to go check out what Russell Simmons is at in Bali. You feel me? Hey, Puff Daddy, you need to go to Bali, man. You feel me? Because if you don't keep fighting these lawsuits, everybody finna be coming for you, man. He better go holler at Russell, Russell Simmons. You know what I'm saying? See what he doing. Where you located, man. Maybe y'all can get y'all a hut together. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I can get y'all a nice little joint, little mansion. You know what I'm saying? But Ray, be honest with you, right? Be honest with you. I just personally feel like this, man. Whatever your sexuality is, whatever you want to do with your life, man, it ain't my job. I'm not your judge, your jury. You feel me? When you have your day with your maker, that's when you're going to get judged, but not by Sean B. Stoller. I'm just saying, live in your truth, man. Live in your truth, because I've been saying this for a while, man. I don't have to agree with your lifestyle, but as long as you're not out here, forcing people, taking advantage of people to do certain things for you, and they willing and they choose to do it, that's a different thing. In this world big enough nowadays where you can truly be whatever the hell you want to be. You feel me? You say you're not gay, you're sexual fluent, then you be that. Huh? But live in your truth, man. Because a lot of this stuff, I personally feel like it could be avoided from situations like this. Because you're trying so hard to have your image look a certain type of way to where it's killing you inside. And that's why you have these parties. That's my opinion. When you have these parties, you basically trying to live out your fantasies that you can't do in public, or you don't want people to know about. So you have these real lavish parties, you feel me? Where everything goes when it comes out. But anyway, I just personally feel like if you live in your truth, right, you don't have to worry about nobody trying to out you. You don't have to worry about nobody trying to, finesse you out of money because you don't want your truth to get out. But if you live in your truth, you come out and you be whatever the hell you want to be, what can they say? Like I sit up here and tell y'all all the time, man, I love women. You feel me? I don't care if you're fat, skinny, you know what I mean? Little booty, big booty, no booty, flat booty. I'm going to choose that booty. You feel me? That's just what I like. So me saying that, I'm not trying to rub it in nobody's face. I'm just telling you that's who I am. That's what I stand on. So whatever your sexuality, just live in your truth, man. Because then you won't have people trying to, finesse you out of bread. Oh, you don't want this to get out, so you better give me some money. Next thing you know, 2 years later, oh, that 2 million you gave me, I'm gonna need another 2 because my folks did this. I tried to get a contract business, I lost that. Now you have somebody steady trying to blackmail you for some bread. You know what I mean? Or you have these lavish and parties where you trying to basically kill off that urge or satisfy that urge that you have that nobody can do. Like some people be like, I got an itch. I got a certain type of itch that gotta be scratched. I don't know what the hell that mean, but you feel me? It's like when you living behind closed doors, I feel like that's when the most freakiest stuff come out, because when you behind closed doors, that's the only time you can do that. And some people go overboard. Now that let's bring it up, right? You bring it up to somebody like Puff Daddy. I'm not saying that's what how he do it, but I'm just doing my guesstimation right now. You feel me? So I think of somebody like P. Diddy, you know, if it's true, if these allegations are true, in my opinion, I personally feel like he's living out his inner fantasy of who he truly is. He like being with either men, women, both combination. You feel me? A fluent relationship, whatever y'all call it today, right? But if he would live in his truth, you wouldn't have to be hiding behind certain, you know what I mean? Certain closets, excuse me, hiding behind certain curtains where you could be open and be true to yourself. And maybe these parties will be a lot more mellow because now you're in the open with it. You don't have to hide. You don't have to go way out. You know what I'm saying? Where you trying to make sure nobody knows about it. But eventually it's going to get out. There's way too many people with camera phones. There's way too many people that want to be famous, that want to get notarized. There's too many people out here that just feel like, you know, they want to out you. So instead of you having to worry about all that and paying all this bread to all these different individuals, just live in your truth, man. Like I said, I did several videos in the last couple of months talking about P. Diddy, Will Smith, and anybody else, man. Live in your truth, man. Because I'm not here to tell you what not to do. I'm just saying you don't have to force anybody to do nothing nowadays. There's so many options out here in the world. You feel me? Whatever you into, whoever you want to be, it's available for you. You know what I mean? For with willing participants that want to do that with you, as opposed to forcing somebody that either don't want to do it or wishy-washy if they want to do it. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't get it. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't no money in the world. I said it again. Somebody can offer me $1 million. You can offer me 10 million. There's certain things I won't do. I'm never interested in a man in any type of way. Outside of doing business with you, if you're a partner, I can kick it with you on a friend type, you know what I mean? But anything sexual, I'm not interested. There's no dollar amount you can offer me that I'll be willing to do that. I know it's probably hard to believe in today's era, right? You feel me? In today's era, man, this is hard to believe. Just like being a real man out here, it's really hard to believe that nowadays. Because you look at how people present themselves, all these guys, how they present themselves on social media, and you got fake gurus and all these fake, certain type of entities on these different platforms. So it's when you get a real stand-up guy like myself, you feel me? It's really hard for a lot of people to really believe that, because it's like, I'm not interested. You feel me? Straight up. It doesn't matter. You can offer me 20 million. You can offer me 100 million. It's not an option. It's non-negotiable when it comes to what I'm interested in. That's just me. Now, you probably have 15, 200 guys, 2,000 guys are behind me to be open for anything you want to do. That's cool. They can do that. That's their life. But when it comes to my life, that's non-negotiable. You feel me? So that's why I'm saying all that to say this, man. Whatever your truth is, live in that, man. You feel me? Live in your truth and stand on what you stand on, and be who you want to be, man. You feel me? So you won't be caught up in these lawsuit situations. You won't be caught up trying to give this person this much money. You won't have to have all these sex workers. Well, maybe you do have some sex workers, but you won't have to worry about trying to hide it, though. You feel me? Because if you like sex workers, man, do your thing, man. I mean, one thing I can say about somebody that's a sex worker, a sex worker that's not being forced to do it, and they of age, make that very clear. If that's what you into, man, hey, man, live your life. And one thing about sex workers, like I said, uh, they know what the job is. You know, you tell them what you're interested in, and they take care of that itch for you. You feel me? I'm not saying that's what I'm into, but I'm saying that that's my understanding of what a sex worker is. So if you dealing with that, that's what you into. Hey, who am I to tell you anything different? I'm just saying I don't believe in anybody should be forced, manipulated. It's definitely not underage. I don't stand for none of that. You feel me? I don't stand for none of that. You know, but if you of age and you a willing participant, it's fair game. You feel me? You know? So live in your truth, man. Live in your truth. You know, so now we're gonna get into I just had to chop that up on the Puff Daddy thing, man, because that, you know, I watched a few different videos yesterday and today. I just was like, okay, let me come in here and have my little conversation. Man, hit that like button as y'all come on in, man. Show some love to the channel by at least hitting that like button. That's all I ask of thee. You know what I mean? Hit that like button as you come on in, man. You know what I'm saying? And this is the other thing too, right? I'm gonna stay on this Puff Daddy topic for about another 5 more minutes, and then we're gonna get into some other conversations. But I just feel like when you have certain type of fetishes or certain type of things you like to have done to you or done in the bed, when you have a willing participant, when you have somebody that's into whatever you into, I personally feel like it would go a whole lot more smoother, man. You would have to spend less money because you got less people trying to take advantage of you because they're into what you're into, you know? But you're gonna always have people scamming, trying to get money out of you. I don't care who you are, right? But you got to learn how to protect yourself. And another thing too, when I think of this P Diddy situation, for him to be in this game so long, I don't understand why he doesn't have them sign certain type of contracts. Because I know you have to sign what a NDA or where you can't discuss what they do, but also have it where they can't be reliable, or you should be released out of certain things that they engage themselves with while they're around you. So I'm just shocked that P Diddy, if he did have them sign some type of documents, then he definitely have some legal action he can take on Puff Daddy's side, right? But I would be shocked if P Diddy Puff Daddy doesn't have this guy Rodney on certain documents where he can't speak on things. And if he doesn't, I'm just gonna, for me personally, this make me look at Puffy a little bit different. Like, man, you ain't really handling your business. But all this goes back to, if you living in your truth, can't nobody out you. Can't nobody say certain things about you because you living in your truth. You accepted who you are and you're gonna be free about what you're doing. I ain't saying you gotta walk around and say I'm into this type of sex. I'm not saying that, but if you shouldn't be hiding it to a degree where you have to have these lavish parties to satisfy that urge. You know what I mean? To satisfy that itch that can't nobody scratch. Ooh, do you feel? I have an itch that can't nobody scratch. Oh my goodness. Ooh. So that's all I had to say about that Puff Daddy situation. We're gonna talk about San Francisco, and they talking about doing some type of reparations. Huh? Where's Tariq Nasheed at, man? You know where Mike TV at, huh? What's up with Tariq Nasheed, Mike TV? You know, San Francisco is talking about doing some type of reparations for the black community. Ain't that something? Out, you know, for the residents, the black residents of San Francisco, they looking to do some type of uh reparations, possibly. Ain't that something? You know what I'm saying? So let me see. I got a couple of clips here I want to get into. So bear with me for just a second. Try to bring it up. I won't play the video, but I'm gonna play the audio though. You know, YouTube be tripping, man. I ain't trying to get my channel clipped, man. I respect you, YouTube. I know y'all be watching. At least the robot be watching. I say that. You know what I'm saying? So hold up. What did I have in here?
Item 17. This is a resolution.
Okay, hold on.
Item 17. This is a resolution to apologize on behalf of the Board of Supervisors of the City and County of San Francisco to African Americans and their descendants for systemic and structural discrimination, targeted acts of violence, and atrocities, and committing to the rectification and redress of past policies and misdeeds.
This historic resolution apologizes on behalf of San Francisco to the African American community and their descendants for decades of systemic and structural discrimination, targeted acts of violence, atrocities, as well as committing to the rectification and redress of past policies and misdeeds. We have much more work to do, but this apology most certainly is an important.
So you hear that? So San Francisco right now is apologizing to the black residents for decades of racism and their policies. So San Francisco right now is talking about what they will get into. They're going to actually talk about some reparations, some type of form of reparations for black residents, the residents of San Francisco. So we just will just follow me. We'll get into it.
And right now, some leaders will back this apology while also backing drug testing to deny public assistance benefits to the poor, ramping up arrests of people addicted to drugs, criminalizing homelessness instead of housing people, building unaffordable housing for mostly wealthy white people on public housing land, and removing oversight of police when they use force disproportionately against black and brown people.
This board has already said no money, no cash.
So right now they're talking about apologizing to the black community of San Francisco and the residents of San Francisco. Right now they're not talking about really resolving anything with finances right now, but in this clip that I'm playing, this is coming from Associate Press. Is where I'm actually we're hearing the audio from. They're basically saying that they recognize that they did do a disservice to the black residents out there in San Francisco, California. So, and that's right up the street from me. I'm in Richmond area, so I'm about 20 minutes, no traffic from San Francisco. So we're gonna get into it.
The state said no money, no cash. So the question that the NACP raises, what in the world are you willing to do? What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Mm-hmm.
Others have gotten cash, though it was national government that gave cash. But the thing is the principle. And to just say categorically and downright, no cash, and yet you don't have anything else to show, that is a sham.
Supervisor Peskin?
Aye.
Peskin, aye. Supervisor Preston? Aye.
So yeah, so this is one of the residents of San Francisco, black man too, man, OG partner. He was letting them know that, hey man, you know, y'all y'all apologizing, but what are you offering? You know what I'm saying? For the fact that since you are owning up that you basically was being racist with your policies against black people in San Francisco. What are you looking to do to help the residencies and the black community in San Francisco? So that's basically what the OG gentleman was just talking about in that clip. Now that was the first clip. I have another clip in here that was from Associate Press. For it, it's actually labeled "The San Francisco apologizes to the black residents for decades of racist policies." So the next clip we're going to listen to is San Francisco apologizes to black residents for decades of racism. But this is actually from ABC 7 News Bay Area.
Have much more work to do, but this apology most certainly is an important step and one of the over 100 recommendations made by the African American Reparations and Advisory Committee.
The resolution is adopted unanimously.
With that move, San Francisco joins a short list of major U.S. cities and states that have taken the first steps to repair its black residents, a long overdue apology.
That we know that an apology without action rings hollow.
Okay, so this gentleman for the San Francisco, actually this is the board of supervisors. This is one of the representatives talking about out in San Francisco that they apologizing, but they also saying that even though we apologize and we know we have to do more. So, and they starting to clap their hands for it. So we're gonna keep it going.
Supervisor Shaman Walton wrote the legislation to create the African American Reparations Advisory Committee to develop recommendations for repairing harm done to the black community by the city government. The group released a blockbuster report in July of 2023 with more than 100 recommendations ranging from down payment assistance for home buying, improved access to education, to cash payments, the first being an apology.
We didn't have those opportunities.
So they said they're going to have, since 2023, they were offering, no, we're going to rewind this back a little bit.
Buying, improved access recommendations for repairing harm done to the black community by the city government. The group released a blockbuster report in July of 2023 with more than 100 recommendations ranging from down payment assistance for home buying.
Okay, so they got recommendations for to help with home buying. The possibility of buying homes in San Francisco for the black residents, and over 100 other recommendations.
Education to cash payments, the first being an apology.
We didn't have those opportunities back then. We most certainly were held from those opportunities through policies even today. And so people have a responsibility for righting the wrongs of the past because they still affect us here today.
Dr. Amos Brown, the San Francisco NAACP president, was on the Reparations Advisory Committee and also served on California's first in the nation state reparations task force.
Okay.
Let's go beyond just words. We need work. We need concrete measures.
The Reverend is calling for a
That was from Amos Brown.
Board of Supervisors to go beyond that apology, addressing areas of housing, health, and economic development for San Francisco's dwindling black population.
Advance without much delay measures to correct the wrong. If we can't do that, then an apology will ring hollow.
Mm-hmm.
And will it be, as I've always said, just feel good, cotton candy politics?
Cheryl Davis, the executive director of the SF Human Rights Commission, which oversaw the work of the Reparations Advisory Committee, says her.
So right now, they basically were saying that they're looking to do something, and now they're about to get into what the possibilities are of a physical cash or of resources that they're looking to do for the black residents in San Francisco, California. So here we go.
This is now working on implementing a small slice of the 100 plus recommendations.
We've already started to work on some of the other things in terms of the war on drugs, in terms of addressing the folks who were displaced during redevelopment error times and trying to look at cash payments for them.
The push for reparations in San Francisco previously had a bit of a setback as the city faced with that significant budget deficit.
Here we go. So they were considering doing some type of cash for the residents in San Francisco, but they having budget deficits. Really? What about that money y'all giving to migrants? Okay.
Plan to spend $4 million to create a reparations office. Again, this apology is a first step in a long road ahead.
For sure. Julian, there was a mention of cash payments in your piece. Now, that's still a far cry from the millions talked about by the Reparations Committee.
Exactly. That $5 million number
right.
that was proposed got a lot of national, international headlines when it was first talked about. But instead, the SF Human Rights Commission, they're looking at $5,000 to $25,000 payments. These would go directly to people who were pushed out of San Francisco through the era of redevelopment.
Whoa. Okay. So originally they was talking about $5 million for each residence. I remember about a year ago they was talking about that. Now they're saying from 5,000 to 25,000 for the residents, the black residents that moved out of San Francisco. That's what type of cash payment they're talking about today. Wow.
And renewal. So again, not making them completely whole, but a gesture toward doing so.
Wow. So now they're saying in San Francisco for reparations, they understand, I believe it was almost a year ago, they were talking about from the reparations committee, which you need to do some research on that. A reparations committee? I didn't know they had one. They were saying that's what was the proposal last year, but now they're looking to do anywhere from 5,000 to 25,000 for the residents that had to move or that's displaced out of San Francisco. They're looking to offer them some type of offer right now. Wow. So it went from 5 million down to 25,000 possibly for residents that had to leave either San Francisco or displaced out of San Francisco for reparations. Wow. I just think that one thing I can say, I mean, it's good that they're looking to do something, for it to be recognized, but 5,000 to 25,000, I feel like that's very low. You know what I'm saying? Especially for San Francisco, let alone the Bay Area. San Francisco, just to give people an idea of how expensive it is, I would say from San Francisco going all the way to San Jose, if you make $100,000 a year, that's considered low income in that particular area. From San Francisco going all the way to San Jose, $100,000 a year in most areas, that will be considered decent income. But in that particular area, because the cost of living is so high, $100,000 a year is considered low income out in that area. So I hope they give you a better understanding of, you getting 5,000 to 25,000, let alone that you're not even living in the area. And what can you really buy with 25,000 when you talk about land or property? Really nothing out here. You feel me? You can't even get a trailer home with that. So I do like the fact that they are offering something or considering something, but the number definitely need to be a lot higher than 25,000. Now keep in mind they said from 5,000 to 25,000. So it came all the way down from 5 million per person down to 25,000. Oh my goodness. You know what I'm saying? So I just personally feel like it's a good thing they're talking, but the numbers are not matching up. You feel me? And but I definitely think they're heading in the right direction, at least to have the conversation. But the compensation definitely is nowhere close to it. And one last one I wanted to do, and this is another conversation I want to talk about, was do you think that big malls, shopping malls. Do you believe that big shopping malls are dead? Because out in San Francisco, especially, there's a lot of stuff going on in the city right now. It's a lot of stuff going on down in San Francisco, man. Right now, they're saying in San Francisco, the Macy's out there in Union Square is shutting down. They haven't given a specific date yet, but Macy's in Union Square in San Francisco will be closing soon. It says over almost 100 years since it opened, they're looking to close it. I got another clip we're going to listen to.
Is the evening edition.
After anchoring San Francisco's Union Square for close to 100 years, Macy's will be closing their doors. Good evening, I'm Elizabeth Cook.
And I'm Ryan Yamamoto. The bombshell announcement coming down this morning. Macy's says they're closing 150 stores all across the country, including one right here in downtown San Francisco. That Union Square store opened in 1929. It's been a fixture in the city's shopping district, sponsoring the Christmas tree lighting during the holidays. Also famous for their holiday windows featuring the SPCA. Supervisor Aaron Peskin confirmed the store will stay open until the end of the year, but the location will eventually be put up for sale.
Yeah, it doesn't even seem real to say those words that Macy's is closing. Lorene Ayub joins us now live from Union Square. Lorene, what are shoppers saying about this? It has to be a shock.
Quite the shock. Hey there, team. Well, you know, when you think of Union Square, when you think of San Francisco, you really think of Macy's. Now, I spoke with shoppers here today and locals, and they tell me the thought of losing their precious Macy's, well, that is heartbreaking. Take a look.
So they talking about Macy's is looking to close down. They haven't gave an exact date, but they're looking to close Macy's. And they, like I said, they've been at this location over 100 years. So that's why I said my question is, are big malls a thing of the past, especially for most people, even including myself? I buy a lot of my merchandise, clothing, jewelry. I buy a lot of it online. I still shop at Macy's myself to this day, but I don't go in the store as much as I shop online. So my question is, are big malls a thing of the past? We got to continue listening.
For some, the very heart of San Francisco. Macy's is planning to close its flagship store in downtown, citing underperformance as the key reason. The 400,000 square foot department store has shaped countless memories for Bay Area natives and tourists alike. That includes 21-year-old barista Sophia Arana.
I was like, oh my God, like, it's a staple. Like, it's been here for so long, this building, like.
Okay, Sophia.
Like, Macy's is what you think. You think about the Cheesecake Factory on top.
Oh, I forgot about Cheesecake Factory.
Says she has fond holiday memories with her family at Macy's. The store has been the backdrop to countless parades and celebrations for nearly 100 years.
Christmas time, I remember it was always like filled up. It felt like New York almost, like with hella people.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy.
The impending closure will impact around 500 jobs, but it won't happen overnight. It's estimated to take up to a few years to identify a buyer. Square Alliance emphasized that there will still likely be a Macy's Great Tree in 2024. Still, Sophia says it will be hard.
So they at least keep the tree going for 2024. So you'll get your Christmas tree this year.
Since she was young.
I remember when I was little, me and my mom would come shopping. Like, it was a thing on the weekends to come shopping and then go to Cheesecake first and then just walk around. But can't really do that anymore. It's not much to look at. Have, like, money, then there's all these like designer stores, but it's not a lot of people have money.
Feels like
so she was saying not a lot of people have money out there.
She worries about problems with unhoused individuals nearby worsening with such a gap in the city center. Still, as an SF native, she has continued hope for her city.
I feel like it could go back to how it used to be because a lot of people came here and
it's not going back, baby.
Malls were a big thing because you had somewhere to go.
And until a new buyer claims the opportunity, Sophia will be enjoying Union Square as it evolves from season to season.
So basically, in the San Francisco downtown area in Union Square, they're saying a lot of businesses are closing up out there because people are not shopping And based on what Sophia was saying, she's a waitress in the area. A lot of people, I guess, that she's affiliated with don't have a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? So that means that they're not shopping like they used to. And that tells you a lot about the surrounding area. You know what I'm saying? And it'll kind of let you know why the crime is what it is, because lack of opportunity, right, breeds what? Criminal activity, unfortunately. So I just think that we kind of in an era, or I would say we at a point right now in society in the United States, and I'm pretty sure I'm no other countries is dealing with it too, but we're at a point where it's kind of like the have and have nots right now that's happening right now. You're either doing well or you're not doing well at all. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, not everybody is going to be doing well. And unfortunately, I personally believe in the Bay Area. That's all I can really tell you about, because I'm born and raised here. In the Bay Area, prices have got so inflated to where's even before, the COVID and all that, before all that, the Bay Area was already getting way too expensive. So much that it pushed a lot of people, a lot of folks who were barely holding on, it pushed them further out of the Bay Area, more towards your Sacramento areas, your Stockton areas, your Antioch areas, Pittsburgh. I mean, you just pushing people further and further out. And it's a domino effect, you know what I'm saying? Because you make the most money in the Bay Area, but most people cannot afford to live in the Bay Area. So it's going to take away, something is going to give. And of course, shopping, going to the mall, spending money when you already barely holding on, you can care less about going to the mall. So that's why I said, are big malls a thing of the past? And on top of that, you have the internet that's really taken over everything. I mean, already has, in the sense of, how do you shop? The regular shopper today doesn't go in the mall. That's more of somebody of my age bracket, a little bit younger. But to somebody that's 18, 19 years old, most folks are shopping online. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that it's a new wave. You have to have a new way to adapt to the new era that we in. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit more. We're going to keep it going.
Now, the good news is Macy's does plan to continue their annual Christmas tree celebration this year. Back to you, Liz.
All right, Lorraine, thank you so much. Well, meanwhile, safety, we mentioned it earlier.
So, yeah, that was it. So they're going to keep the Christmas, like she said, they're keeping the Christmas theme going on this year. But this may be the last year in Union Square, man. You know what I'm saying? This may be the last year. And at the end of the day, man, it's really showing what our economy is at right now for a lot of people, man. A lot of folks are out here struggling. A lot of people are still trying to hold on. And unfortunately, something has to give. You know? But I want to thank y'all for watching this live tonight. I will be back tomorrow, same time, around 9:30 West Coast time. Hit that like button. I really appreciate y'all, supporting the channel, but by at least hitting that like button. I really would appreciate that. Show some love to the channel. And just know, I am Sean B. Stoller. All I bring to you is nothing but good game, good conversation, good motivation, and hopefully some type of inspiration. So I appreciate each and every one of y'all watching this live with me tonight. If you caught it at the end, please rewind it, watch it from the beginning, because I was definitely dropping some good information on y'all. And I will be coming back tomorrow night at 9:30 West Coast time, huh? We're going to say Pacific. We say West Coast time. You feel me? But I really thank each and every one of y'all. Please hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? That's all I ask. If you like what I'm kicking, go ahead and support the channel. You can hit the super chat on the playback, super thanks. I got the Cash App. So just show love to the channel by at least hitting the like button. So I just want to tell you all that. And just keep this in mind. Every day you wake up, you have a new day, a new beginning to go and get it, man. So what is your excuse now? Do you feel